Wait, can you hear me? Wait, Teresa, can you hear me? Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Goodbye.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Where is this being recorded?
It will be in the YouTube Creator Studio.
But it said it would only be up for 8 hours. Is that
I'm
true?
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they record for longer than that.
I'm live. Teresa,
Yeah.
you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how Hangouts on Air works.
Oh, okay.
But I'm live. Like, I'm live on YouTube right now. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, yeah, I can see the button that says live. I was like wondering what that was.
Yeah. I don't know who else is joining. But it's only 4 o'clock, so we'll wait like 10 minutes. Teresa, I muted you. Teresa. Can you guys speak? If you just joined. Hannah, was that you? Natasha, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I'm trying this like live on air thing to record it better than before, and it's really tripping me out. Okay, guys, we're gonna get started. Kaylin is coming in like 5 minutes. Elena's coming in like 10 minutes. But they can just watch the beginning of the recording. Yeah, cool. Cool. Okay, can you guys see this in presentation mode?
Yeah. Yeah. So
okay, so I have this up to where I can't see anything except for the PowerPoint. So I need a designated person to like speak to me if I respond. I mean, to respond to me when I speak. So Hannah, can you, like if I ask a question, just like tell me that you guys are still there?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, because I'm at the post office. That's why.
Oh, no, it's your voice is clear.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, great. That great, perfect. Okay, so welcome to our third education webinar. We have a lot of exciting stuff to go over. and we're going to go over like how to market our opportunities or like new ways to do it, or other ways to do it basically. And we're going to go over some specifics in the preparation phase, and also a little bit with the new standards. At the end, I'll take questions. So if there's anything that you want to discuss that isn't already covered in the PowerPoint, we can do it here at the end. Okay, so first of all, for IR marketing materials, I listed here some countries to reach out to. So of course, there's our country partners. From what I understand, most of you guys, like what you're doing is like texting people on WhatsApp and probably emailing to people, reaching out to people to try to get them to give you applicants. So that's exactly what you should be doing. I just have a couple other countries here as well. So our country partners, of course, are Tunisia, Mexico, Italy, France, Korea, and MOC. We have group chats with every single one of these partner countries. So if you want to be included in that WhatsApp chat, if you or your members are not already there, let me know. I believe I put links to all of the WhatsApp chats in Workplace a while ago if you scroll down on the IGV Workplace, but if you can't find it, let me know and I can get you the links of the WhatsApp chats. If the LCs that you're reaching out to in these countries are not responding to you at all, let me know and I can contact the MC. But here's the thing, like, chances are they're not like gonna respond to you if you're just sending them like the opportunities. A lot of them need a little bit of like coaxing beforehand, like, hey, like, how are you? Like, let's set up a call. Like, I was really interested in working with your LC, and kind of like easing into like sending them the opportunities rather than just doing it right away. Because as OGV, like, they get a lot of like, probably a lot of these LCs, especially if they're the top ones in that country, are getting a lot of different IGV LCs reaching out to them. So just be careful and know like what can turn people off versus what doesn't. Other countries that you can be reaching out to are Spain, Malaysia, the Netherlands, Germany, Puerto Rico, Canada, UK, Denmark, Hungary, Portugal, and Taiwan. So I've had like, in terms of responsiveness, Spain and Malaysia are pretty good. Puerto Rico is okay. I've never tried to reach out to the Netherlands. Germany is not that great. I think they respond more on Facebook. Like, some of these countries don't respond on WhatsApp, but they do on Facebook. So if you're having trouble like reaching, like them responding to you on WhatsApp, just like look them up on Facebook and see if you can get a hold of them there. Canada is pretty responsive. UK is actually pretty okay as well. Someone just joined. Hannah, can you make sure that you're on mute? Thank
Sorry,
you.
hello?
Yeah. Okay. So, and then Hungary is pretty good responsive. Portugal as well. Taiwan, I'm not sure. I haven't really spoken to Taiwan that much. But again, let me know if anybody's being unresponsive. I can try to help you find them on Facebook, or I can reach out to the MC for help there, because the contact list could be outdated. So for marketing materials, all of our IR materials are here on the hub. So here's a direct link, but also you always can find them by going to isecshub.org to IGV, and there's a button called IR marketing materials. So some things you can do are use someone on your team who is interested in graphic design and ask them to make flyers. So like if someone is like wants to play around on Canva or even on PowerPoint, or if someone is like super advanced and like has Adobe, and wants to make flyers for you, that's really awesome. So what you can do is like Google like WhatsApp image dimensions and like take those dimensions and create a graphic, or you can do like square dimensions and like see like what are the Instagram dimensions or something, or like Facebook dimensions, and like basically create flyers to be posted on different social medias. And you can post them in WhatsApp group chats like the ones that we have with the partner countries, but then there's also other Facebook, like WhatsApp group chats, like your LCPs are probably in like LCPs of America or like LCPs of the world. And there's a VP's GV group chat, things like that. And then also in Facebook, there's a lot of groups like called Global Exchange or like IGV Exchange or like America's Exchange or like Exchange Marketplace where people advertise different opportunities. So this is not going to have like the highest return for you, but like it could generate more traffic and like create more awareness about the opportunities that we do have here in the US. I know some of you are like, for those, I think Madison and Austin, you know, they have a lot of opportunities open, so they have their own search tools. If you want to make your own search tool, you can and post it, or you can just post the IGV United States, the country search tool. If there's no one on your team that's available to do something like this for you, then you can reach out to Jack Duggan, my B2B NST. If you don't have his contact, let me know and I can give it to you. His email is like all the rest of the IGV emails, jackd@igvus.org. But I think he's in our WhatsApp group, so you can find him there. You can just ask me and I can give you his WhatsApp contact. So that's the end of like my advice to you for marketing for IR. Does anybody have any questions here? No? Okay, great. So now I'm moving on to summer preparation stuff. So summer is for sure the most exciting time of the year. Everything you've worked on during the entire semester, like since February 1st, January 1st, whatever, is finally coming to fruition. So this is not really something you want to miss out on, but I understand a lot of you guys made plans before you were elected VP IGV to go on exchange or to go home. Or to go see your parents, whatever it is. So I have some advice here on how to work around those situations. So first of all, like if you can stay and like ensure your positive EP experiences, ensure like you're gonna get the experience of staying in the country to get to know your EPs. Like I will say, I also left the country when I was VP IGV, but then I stayed in the country when I was LCP, and I was so glad I did, because like when you leave in the summer, it's really easy to get disconnected. It's really easy to get demotivated. And then coming back, it's like tough to get back into the grind. But if you stay over the summer and like hang out with the EPs and interact with them, like it really is a re-energizer. So even if you can't be there the entire summer, maybe if you can come back in time to like meet some of the EPs or like leave after the EPs come to the country, that would be really awesome. But that being said, have a proxy if you're leaving. So I cannot stress this enough, but like have somebody in the country or in the city that is like responsible for things that are happening here. So if you're going to be in the country, like it's probably fine unless you have a job or something where you can't be on call at all times. But if you're going to be out of the country, it would be better if you had a proxy here because of time zones. This was very difficult for me when I was abroad during my VP IGV term because I didn't have a necessarily assigned proxy in the country to handle like stuff that happens there. So I like when shit was going haywire for a couple of weeks, I was like up all night, every night, trying to help remedy the situation in the United States. And that was not fun. And if I had someone in the country, I would have been able to avoid that. So what will this proxy be doing? They will be in charge of like, you know, making sure like the easy stuff that maybe you can't do because you, I don't know, are going to be doing an internship from 8 to 5 in across the world or something like that. But like just making sure like people are filling out trackers, making sure the standards are being fulfilled, making sure camps are picking up EPs from the airport, making sure EPs are prepared for the first day of work, doing IPS, those things like that. But it doesn't have to be everything. Basically, it will be up to you and your proxy to like delegate tasks to each other and decide like who's going to be the final responsible of what part of the JD. And I can give you guys like individualized advice on that if you tell me like who's gonna do it, how much experience they have, like which function they are, like their background, things like that. The next thing is to have account managers per opportunity. I advise you to not have anyone managing more than 5 or 7 EPs. And so if that means you need to recruit more people for the summer team, or like poach somebody from a different function for the summer, then do it, because when you're managing a lot of people over the summer, it can get difficult, especially if they're like all arriving at different times, or if like one person is really needy, like has a lot of complaints, things like that. But I've seen LCs that like leave the entire summer experience onto one person or 1 to 2 people, like, and they have like 15-20 EPs over the summer, and it's not fun for that person at all. So if you don't have enough people, recruit externals. So the way that I recommend you do this is like take the mailing list from when you guys did recruitment at the beginning of the semester and send out a blast to them and be like, hey, we're looking for summer directors to hang out with international volunteers. And like, it's an attractive thing. Like, for example, think like if you were staying in your college town for summer classes and like most of your friends were leaving, like wouldn't it be a cool like pastime to like join an organization just for the summer to like do airport pickups, help people get assimilated to American culture, things like that. Like it's a low maintenance job, and a lot of people that are staying for summer classes or doing summer internships in the city are open to joining, because most people are like attracted to IGV in the first place because of exposure to international people and also the ability to volunteer, and like this is the perfect like summer volunteer job. So you can even call it that, like be a summer volunteer like here in the United States. And you can send this like email blast out to, like I said, like people that put down their names and interests list at the beginning of recruitment, like in the first month of your term, or you can even send it out to like past EPs. You can send out the email blast to past opens or applicants that never got approved to go abroad. So basically anybody that's shown interest in IGV. Yeah. Okay, any questions here? The job description for these people like should be very like something that you can explain to someone without them having to understand IGV 100%. So IPS is something like that, because all they have to really understand is culture shock and American values and things like that. Because the rest, I don't know, like you don't really need to know the complete IGV way to be able to prepare somebody for their cultural experience. And they would have to know, of course, the job description of the place that they're going. Like airport pickups, super easy, like for somebody that's not in IGV to do. Check-ins, of course, like just checking in with the camp or the EP once a week or once every 2 weeks. So yeah, that is like preparation for summer. So the next thing I want to talk about is visa prep. So don't take any of this lightly. Prepare the EP for the visa appointment 1 week before. All of this stuff, like how to prepare an EP for a visa appointment, we talked about at Springco. So you can look at the specifics for that there and in our education materials. But then something that I haven't touched on a ton is how to prepare the EP to enter the country 1 week before. So I don't know if you guys remember, but in the visa guide, it stated like the visa is the permit to enter an aircraft or a vehicle to come to the United States, but it does not necessarily guarantee entry into the United States, right? So the real test is when they show up in the country and have to go through immigration, because that's where like they can get rejected from entering the country and be sent back. So please like talk to your EPs. You could even have a call with like, you know, if you're having a bunch of people realize the 3rd week of May, like have a call with all of them the 2nd week of May. Or if you like basically, yeah, you can do more than one EP preparation thingy at a time. But you know, prepare them by saying like, hey, make sure you bring all the documents, that the same documents that you brought to your visa appointment, have them handy when you go through immigration. So in case they ask for an invitation letter, in case they ask like to see financial documents or proof that they're going to go back to their country. Like a return ticket is like really good proof of that. Enrollment in a school, having to go back to a job, things like that are really good proof to return to their home country. And then, you need to prepare them for the kind of questions that they'll be asked. So most of the time at the border security, they ask questions like, why are you coming here? What will you be doing here? Who will you be staying with? What is your next destination? Are you going to get paid? If they get to the point where they're being asked if they're going to get paid, like something went wrong. Make sure they know, like, not to say I'm coming here to be a camp counselor, because that's a paid position generally, and that's on a different visa. Make sure they know, like, basically they should just be saying, like, I'm coming here to volunteer, or I'm coming here for, like, I don't know, to travel or like to experience the United States. But yeah, if you have more questions about that, please ask me, because I don't want anybody to like get in trouble when they come here to the country. So like mark on your calendar your EP's flights. So it doesn't have to be your calendar, whoever the account manager is, whatever EPs they're managing, make sure they have it on their calendar, like this is when their flight is, this is when they're arriving, and like so then they can also mark on their calendar the date that's 1 week before and ensure like to have this type of call with the EPs. Also, for people that are doing pickups, immigration takes a different amount of time at every airport. It depends on the person, right? But like let's say like it maybe an hour. So if someone is supposed to land at like 3:45, they're probably not going to come out, like go through immigration, like come out of the plane, go through immigration, get their checked bags. Everything will probably take at least an hour. So maybe advise people to show up like 30 minutes after the flight lands, or 45 minutes to an hour after the flight lands. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing is logistics. So make sure you have the documents in the right place. So you'll need that both for the standards tracker and for the audit, and for reference, of course. So ensure you have all these documents for the EP before they come to the country. So set deadlines with them of like when they should get their insurance, when they should submit all their flight documents, their visa documents, their passport, when they should submit their personal goal setting. And then also prepare your partner. So make sure the partner has like given the EPs all the information they need to come to the country and be prepared for their experience. Have a group chat or have everyone contacting each other through email. The next one is project preparation. So we want to ensure that all of our EPs carry out the project they were actually set here to come to do. We don't really want, anyone that signed up to do like Empower All to have to go to the camp and just like, I don't know, do dishes the whole time or something like that. Basically, we want the job description to match up. So go over the job description again with the camp. Make sure they know like the EPs are being, sorry, I skipped something. So the EPs you should prepare your EP for the project first. Train them on the SCG, like make sure they have the materials. Like you can just Google this type of stuff, or if you don't know where it is, you can ask me. But the UN website already has like a bunch of materials on how to teach the SDGs. So for SDG 4 is like about general awareness of the SDGs or language or cultural immersion. So sorry, for language and cultural stuff, like they will have to prepare their own workshops, but for general SDG awareness, there are workshops online already. For SDG 10 as well, it's more about like the EPs being support systems for the people with disabilities, but that doesn't mean they can't teach anything about the SDGs there as well. And then if you really have nothing, there's also SDG 12 Food Heroes workshops that you guys can conduct if you want. And they're pretty cool. So for partner preparation, review the job description with them. Again, like make sure they're kind of like fulfill the job description that they had originally put in the JQ and not going to change it last minute. and then review the measures of impact with them. So make sure you have like exactly like, oh, they said they were going to do 20 workshops and educate 150 kids. Because at the end of the experience, we'll have the partners fill out a form saying like the planned KPIs for measures of impact and the executed KPIs for measures of impact. And let them know there will also be a place there for them to attach any pictures or videos of the EPs and the camp experience in general. Okay, any questions about preparation phase? Okay, cool. Okay, so I put this in the newsletters, but I wanted to go over it with you in this call. But we have new standards. This is the link for the standards. It's not super different than the old ones, but it's just restructured and it makes more sense, honestly. So it's in order of home, host, home, host, home, which makes sense because they're in their home country, then they're here, then they're in their home country again. These are the 4 that the home entity is in charge of, and then these are ours, and then there's the 5th one. So that also changed. It used to be 4 and 12, but now it's 5 and 11. Yes, I can do that. So I highly recommend you and every single one of your members goes to ICE.EC/standards and reads about every single one of these standards. So I'll do it for one of them with you guys. I'm not going to do all of them because I don't want to just like sit here and read shit to you guys. But what they give you here, so that's all the current version. This is the changes. So what they're going to give you is the current definition, question, and answer on the complete survey, and the new ones. So they like fix the English and all of it. So the English is a lot better. It makes a lot more sense. They changed it from this to, the home entity has provided space for the EP for goal setting based on the LDA as well as personal goal setting in addition to the LDA. And then the questions, also are more specific. So did you define personal goals at the beginning of your experience as a support in IGV and home? And then they can say virtually, physically, or not at all, which is also helpful for us because we also do a lot of our standards delivery virtually. And even for example, OPS and IPS, like were you invited or not? Like the questions say the same. Were you invited? And you can say, yes, I attended, or yes, I didn't attend, or no, completely. So the refresh standards are really awesome. I super like them a lot. And I highly recommend you guys go through this entire PowerPoint. And then there's also the partner standards. So these are the partner standards. They're not as fleshed out as the other standards. So in the output PowerPoint that I sent after SpringCo, it has all of the standards like integrated in order, including the partner standards. So if you haven't already closely read that PowerPoint as well, I highly recommend that you do. But here, let me go over one of the partner standards for you as well. Like I said, there's not as much information here. And so it's supposed to be different for GB, GE, and GT. They haven't like completely fleshed all of this out yet, but here's one for one, expectation setting. IGV arranges and delivers a space to set expectations with the partner, including the LDM, how leadership is developed through the LDM, our standards, our XPPs, explaining the contract and payment, the deadlines, and what IGV is responsible for versus what partner responsible is for, the job description, activities, and goals. So yeah, this is like good stuff. I included the partner closing meeting in there. Also, the partner preparation meeting, this is super important. This is what I was talking about before. And this will give you like a more clear definition of what you should be doing in each of those meetings. So for sure, read over those as well. Cool. That's all I really had planned for this webinar. We will have our network call here soon because the first week of April is coming around. And I know some of you guys were asking for more information in the experience phase. So we'll do a little bit of that maybe next time, depending on what you guys want. But for sure, we will have webinars on everything relevant before the EPs come. So yeah, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to open it up now for questions. So you can just unmute and let me know if you guys have any questions.
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Elena, I know you weren't here in the beginning, but we talked a little bit about IR marketing. So
Oh, damn. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, let me know when you watch the beginning of it or just go over the slideshow and I can help you if you have any questions there.
Okay, that's cool. You're posting this immediately afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. We have our one-on-one in like a second, don't we?
What?
We have our one-on-one in like a little bit. So I'll ask you more questions there too. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you have something to take back to your members. And yeah, have a good day.
Thanks, Jaya.
Thank you.